It's all done with great style, and Moscow, of course, and Russia in particular, are so proud of their sporting heritage. They have featured so highly in so many sports around the world, and of course they're great.
They've been here the whole week, their youth team. They spent some tremendous resources in having them here as sparring partners, and I like a lot of the young talents in Korea.
And that Ha girl, isn't it? That's
Yang Haon will be one of the favorites to win the gold medal in Singapore, and is a tremendous athlete.
Well, you never ever put the Koreans down, I can tell you, whatever sport it is. They are so tough to beat. And it doesn't matter whether it's soccer or volleyball or badminton, they are so tough. Even in winter sports, they have excellence. And they have worked so hard on the physical side of things. I think maybe sometimes it's possible to overtrain. And you love some of these players here, don't you? You like their attitude.
I like their attitude. I like Junmi Sotani as a player for London Olympic Games, who can be ready for that Olympic Games to do something really nice.
There's John at the top left. We've just gone past him then.
For the team this time, unfortunately, the guy who's getting the medal there, Kenta Metsudaira, the mega talent, played himself out of the team in the group matches, and the Japanese coach Miyazaki had to rely on a little bit older Kai Yoshida, who is still did well but didn't manage to really be a threat in the semi-final against China.
Kai Yoshida right at the back on the right there, just didn't quite make it, but Koji Kimura, the Executive Vice President of the ITTF, who's making the presentations of the medals, he will be really pleased, I'm sure, with that overall performance. I mean, medals in 2 of the team events, you can't really complain too much about that.
Tons of
Puck's gone round the other side, but Richard Kraus will take his position, and there's the silver medals that they will receive here. A repeat of the Beijing and Boris Becker lookalike on the right there, Onchalov right behind him, who's coming back here, the Ukrainian originally, who now is resident of Germany, but he's coming back to Moscow. I've been reliably informed by my friend on my left, because he's going to be playing in the Russian leagues and earning a good living out of that, which is also very important, of course.
And there you are, Christian Süß, who actually had the chance. 1-0, 9-5 up against Sang-ik in the third single, and then we might have seen some gold medals be handed to the Germans.
Well, surely we couldn't have seen 2. Well, all you can say is that they came, set the gauntlet out. The Chinese, certainly in the world of sport, let alone table tennis, have made such huge impressions. And I tell you, right now, they are poised to really invade London. In every respect, not just table tennis, but in every respect, they could be, without question, the champions of the Olympics. They've taken it on board as an Olympism thing. They really have, for the family of the Olympics, since they became converts, they have absolutely embraced it. And I tell you, this World Team Table Championship, Table Tennis Championships is only one indicator. They mean big business in London.
They set the scene here as we see Malin and Li Gulang in an emotional moment, actually, to see that kind of player-coach relationship, although he's a top-level player, and the respect for the coaches has been there all the time. And they let us set the scene with some younger players here. Malong maybe faulted a little bit in his opening match against Timo Boll, but we'll learn from that. Sang-ik, his speed, his dynamic style of table tennis will be there in 2 years. The big question is whether we will see Malin many more years, but a fantastic profile for our sport, and very fitting that he could score the gold medal for China.
And we didn't see Wang Hao in the final.
Not at all. They put the gold defending gold medalist from singles world championships last year on the bench. That tells you a little bit of this national team.
You can tell how old that trophy is. It goes back to, what, the 20s, I think, in terms of, look at that. Liu Guoliang smiles. They raise their hands in triumphantly. Smile there, huge smile, because he was responsible for delivering the victory there. 2 win matches, and against Timo Boll, okay, on record you think it was simple, but it wasn't that easy. Ma Long, look at him, he would have been disappointed with his performance, but he was setting himself for bigger stuff. And there's Ma Long's diploma, right there. I'm a great fan. How can you fail to be a fan of China's approach to great sport?
Here comes the president of the Chinese Table Tennis Association, acclaimed coach, 5 times world champion, Mr. Kaisen Hua.
The Swaveling Cup as well. Alex Murdoch, president of the English Table Tennis Association. Heritage being brought to the fore here in Russia and Moscow. It's all started a long time ago in England, and look at that! There it is! What a wonderful scene here in Moscow. China victorious again for the 6th time. And get ready for a national anthem you better get used to as well, because you're going to hear it many times over the next few years. Grows on me. I heard it so much as you did in Beijing. It is as though we are looking to all go our own separate ways, but I hope in the not too distant future to be able to join up forces with you once again, Mikael Andersson, because it has been an enormous pleasure. We thank everyone here, of course, Igor Levittin, the